This week, we've got the core of the Calpheon Ball sales, including the long-awaited 1+1 Pearl boxes, and even a massive 25 premium outfit bundle. In this video, we'll go through every one of these sales and break down which packs are actually worth buying and which ones you should probably skip. The first big announcement this week is that we've got the 1+1 Pearl packs. Like most players already know, these are the cheapest ways to get pearls in BDO. They're basically the closest you'll ever get to buying pearls at 50% off, or in other words, getting a full 100 bonus worth of pearls. Other packs haven't ever come close to these pearl deals in terms of value for your money. Now, because of how the Pearl Box bonus scaling works, where the bonus becomes more efficient as the pack size increases, these aren't a perfect 100% bonus across the board, as of course, they don't include the 300,000 Pearl packs, which have the highest bonuses. Even so, the lowest bonus 1,008 coin pack still ends up being around a 40.8% discount, and the 10,008 coin pack comes out to the highest at roughly a 48.6% discount. These discounts are accounting for the loss of bonus pearls you won't get from buying the 300 pearl packs. So they're not quite a flat 50% off, but still very close. With that being said, these packs have always been the best value you can expect when you buy pearls. If you're someone who plans to buy pearl boxes in the future, the best time to buy them is while the 1+1 pearl packs are running. For mid-level spenders, these are especially important. PA has consistently released 1+1 packs at least twice a year. Once for Calpheon Ball and once for Heidel Ball. And for some years, like 2025, we even saw them 3+ times. So for a lot of players, these 1+1 Pearl packs might literally be the only Pearl purchases you make all year. Buying only 1+1 Pearl packs will of course save you a lot of money compared to buying pearls at full price. Now, because PA releases these roughly every 6 months, it's totally reasonable to skip them if you're someone who rarely buys pearls. But if you do spend on BDO consistently, these are still a very strong deal. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that your pearls don't expire, so don't be pressured into spending them on mediocre sales. A common mistake I see is people buying something suboptimal because they think that it's fine since they used 1+1 pearls. Even though it's technically true that you still get some value, you'll get even more value if you save them for an actually good sale. PA definitely knows that players stockpile pearls during 1+1 events, so they often follow these sales with sales designed to drain your pearls for less value. That being said, if you hoard forever, you'll still get zero value, so of course it's all about balance. Now, speaking of these packs, there are actually some surprisingly good deals this week, even with the 1+1 packs on the table, and those are what we'll go through next. Let's start with a pack that becomes really interesting when paired with coupons. For all packs this week, especially this one, you shouldn't buy them without using discount coupons. We have so many coupons available right now that unless you've burned through all of them or you're buying a sub 1,000 pearl pack, there's almost never a reason to pay full price this week. Now, the most standout pack this week is the Calpheon Ball Prestige Outfit Pack. It contains a huge 25 premium outfits plus some bonus items for 29,750 pearls. On its own, it's basically a 65% cron only discount since those bonus items don't convert into crons. However, if you do factor in the value of the bonus items, the 50 Origins of Dark Hungers, and the 200 plus 180 Advice of Valk stacks, the discount is closer to 71%. On top of that, you also get a 30% off discount coupon bundled along with it. So by itself, it's alright. A 65% to 71% discount is really nothing special. Most players wouldn't really touch it at the full price. However, as mentioned earlier, that completely changes when you combine it with the coupons we currently have. You can not only use the 10% and 20% off coupons, but also the apparel only coupons, including the 50% off apparel only items we have in the loyalty store. This is because this pack counts as an apparel item. If you slam that 50% off loyalty coupon on this pack, it becomes one of the highest value you can get for your crons in the entire game outside of pure RNG bundles. The discount equivalence jumps to about an 82.5% off, which is pretty great. Even compared to recent RNG only bundles, it's still pretty competitive. Only the top tier RNG packs with a 40% off coupon have matched or even beaten this in terms of value. Now, if you don't have the 50% off coupon, this pack can still be okay. With a 30% off coupon, this pack has a 75.5% discount equivalence, and with a 20% off coupon, it has a 72% discount equivalence. Both of these are still above a 1.0 cron per pearl ratio, meaning you're getting more than 1 cron per pearl spent. At 20% off or lower though, it does become more of an average sale. Very skippable for most players, but fine if you just want outfits or guaranteed crons. For comparison, the Black Mystery Bundle X20 was around a 64% cron discount at base. The Title Treasure Chests X70 was around a 73% discount equivalence at base. So with coupons, this outfit pack can outperform the Black Mystery Bundle significantly, but sits a bit below the Title Treasure Chests. Of course, the biggest difference is that this pack has 0 RNG, unlike those boxes. In conclusion, if you have the 50% off coupon from the loyalty store, this pack becomes one of the best guaranteed value purchases you can make this week. To put it into actual terms, if you spend $70 on the 60 plus 10 1+1 pearl packs, and then use the 50% off coupon on this outfit bundle, you're effectively trading that $70 for 25 outfits, or about 24,825 crons worth of value. If that conversion sounds good to you, then you can go for it. If not though, you're not really missing out on anything exclusive, it's just a very efficient option for players looking for raw crons. After that though, let's quickly go over the coupon packs, since these are the coupons you'll be using on the different sales. First, we have the Calpheon Ball Thank You Pack. This one is actually a pretty solid deal, and more importantly, it's a cheap way to get a 20% off discount coupon. This pack is available until December 24th, so make sure you know what you want to use that coupon on before picking it up. Even if you don't end up using the coupon, this pack still gives decent value through buffs and crons. Alongside that, we do still have the 500 pearl pack with about 6 days left, which gives both a 10% and 15% off coupon. This pack, the thank you pack, and the loyalty coupons are going to be the 3 ways you're going to get discount coupons for this week. Now, do keep in mind that these 10 to 20% off coupons aren't game breaking by themselves, but they do add some nice extra value for some of the cheaper packs. Now, after the discount coupons, let's move on to the other main set of packs this week, the Calpheon Ball Choose Your Premium Packs 1 to 3. We'll focus mainly on pack 1 because that's where the best value is. These are the classic choice packs that lets you choose between either 3 premium outfits or 2 ultimate premium enhancement boxes. In general, even though they can roll Origins of Dark Hungers, the ultimates are going to be the better choice even if you only care about crons. On average, 2 ultimate premium enhancement boxes are worth around 16,000 pearls in all items, or about 14,000 pearls if you only care about crons. That's already better than the 10,200 pearl value you'd get from choosing the 3 premium outfits. The only drawback is that the ultimates can roll Origins of Dark Hungers, which some players don't want. But because the average value is still higher if you don't value Origins of Dark Hungers, we'll base the math on this pack on choosing ultimates for all 3 selections. Do keep in mind that this pack simply wouldn't be worth it if you choose the guaranteed premium outfits. Now, using the ultimates values, the Choose Your Premium pack averages about 64,712 pearl value in all items and 56,280 pearls in cron only value. Since this pack only costs 18,360 pearls, that's about a 71.6% discount equivalence for all items, or 67% for crons only. That's roughly a 0.9 cron per pearl. Now at base, that's slightly better than the 25 premium outfit pack by about 1 to 2%. But that does kind of make sense since we're adding in RNG with the ultimate boxes. However, for a pack that does include RNG, we would generally expect something a lot better than this. Now, much like the previous pack, where this pack becomes interesting is when you start applying coupons. Now, you can use the same coupons on this pack, including the 30% off coupon you get from the Prestige Outfit Pack. If you applied that 30% off coupon here, the discount equivalence for crons only jumps to about a 77% off, which is roughly 1.2 cron per pearl. That's not a crazy discount, but for a choose your premium pack, it's honestly pretty decent. This pack becomes considerable if you already have a 30% off coupon and want to get cron value that is less variable than some other RNG boxes. However, we know that these sales last for a couple of weeks, and with some new sales coming, it may still be worth waiting to see if better deals show up, as this one isn't that insane. As a side note, this pack isn't a great candidate for the 50% off apparel only coupon. Even though the base discount is higher, because the base pearl cost is lower, the total value you gain from a 50% off discount coupon isn't as impactful compared to using that coupon on higher priced apparel packs like the 25 outfit prestige pack. Now, for the rest of the sales, there's really nothing amazing here, but still a few options that can offer some pretty good value depending on what you need. First, the Choose Your Resplendent Journey Box 3. This one is a bit overpriced compared to its usual rate. Normally, one of them runs cheaper, but here you're paying 1,846 pearls for 3 of them. The upside though is that you can buy up to 9 of them, so the value can add up. If you're choosing maids, the discount equivalence comes to about a 48.7% off. Not terrible, but also not that impressive for maid value in 2025, especially since we've just had the 50% off maid pack. Most maid sales these days are at least 50% off or even higher. However, if you've already bought those earlier sales and you've still got coupons you want to burn, this pack can be okay, but it's easily skippable for most players. If you only care about maids specifically, this is actually a weaker sale than the usual value, so it's even more of a skip unless you want the other, more higher value items in this pack. Next, however, is the Krogdalo's Feather pack. This one is fine, but mostly for horse enthusiasts. The feathers aren't always available in the in-game shop, so if you still need them for anything, they can be pretty useful. However, they don't give that much stats, so they will still be pretty niche. After that though, we have a few utility sales, the weight, family name changes, and some other quality of life items. These are obviously made in preparation for Savior release and are pretty average sales. If you need them for that purpose, go ahead and grab them, but of course it's nothing insane. Lastly, a quick shout out to the Azure Dragon and Latron pets. If you don't already have a fishing pet that reduces auto fishing time and helps with durability reduction, these can be worthwhile for newer or casual life skillers. They're not mandatory by any means, but they do help when swapping to regular triple float rods. With that being said, that's basically it for this week. With the 1+1 pearl packs finally here, a lot of players are going to be sitting on a pile of pearls for quite a while. That means that you really want to be careful about what you spend your pearls on. PA is absolutely going to try to drain those pearls with mediocre sales, so do keep an eye on the actual value before you buy anything. The 25 outfit bundle is pretty good if you compare it with a 50% off coupon, and since that coupon is nearing the end of its lifespan, this might be one of the better times to use it. However, with that being said, I do hope you all learned something from this video, and I do hope to see you all next time.